It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Rectenwell. This is Scooter.
Whoop, whoop.
Scott Callie.
How are you?
Not bad for a month.
Friday. It is a Friday.
It's Friday.
Oh, you're having a good day.
Let's not get carried away with things, Scooter.
I know, but it's not a Monday. That's a good thing.
Almost was a Monday.
I know. You wanted to.
I made it stuttered through and made it.
You got
all the
it
way
down
to
to Friday. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice weekend.
That's what it looks like.
If the wind would just calm down some.
Yeah. A little cooler than I thought it was going to be this morning. I thought it was going to warm up today, and I thought it'd be a little bit warmer this morning. But
yeah, it's supposed to be pretty nice. It's supposed to be pretty nice today, 70-ish.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, 80-ish. Sunday,
I know.
80-ish.
It's getting nice.
Time for you to get your yard work done, Scooter.
I know. I'll probably do some of that this weekend.
Yeah.
Yep. Get some things caught up.
Have you done anything exciting?
Not at all.
Not at all.
I'm trying to think. No.
So this little old guy and little old gal go to the grocery store.
Yeah, little guy, little gal.
You ready for this, Bobby Z?
Yeah.
All right. And the wife gets picked up for shoplifting a can of peaches in this store that has a no tolerance policy. So they press charges, take her to court, and the judge says, "Ma'am, why did you steal a can of peaches?" "Well, Judge, I just had a taste for some peaches." He said, "Well, how many peaches were in that can?" She said, 6. He said, "Okay, my policy on something this minor is this. You'll do 1 day in jail for each peach that was in the can." About that time, her husband stands up in the back of the courtroom and says, "Judge, I watched her steal a can of peas the other day."
I get that.
That one wasn't too bad, huh?
That one wasn't too bad.
On a Friday night, Patrick went to his friend Patty and said, "Patty, I need a favor. I'm sleeping with the bartender's wife. Can you hold him at the pub until after they close?" For about an hour after they close. Patty wasn't too really sure about that. He said, "Well, we've been friends a long time." "Nah, sure." So after the pub closes, Patty struck up a conversation with the bartender. They're sitting there talking. He's asking all kinds of stupid questions. And the bartender's starting getting a little suspicious. So the bartender says, "Patty, what are you really up to, dude? What's all this about? You've not talked to me this much in years." He said, "Well, I'm feeling kind of bad about this." He said, "My buddy Patrick, he asked me to keep you here for about an hour after you close because he's sleeping with your wife." Bartender says, "Something wrong with that." Puts his hand on Patty's shoulder, said, "Buddy, you might want to hurry home. My wife's been dead for 2 years." Oops.
That's pretty good.
That one's not too bad.
You're getting better.
I'm getting better.
You're getting better. Keep working on it, but you're getting better.
It's good. That's a lot of work.
I like the jokes in the morning. Kind of liven it up a little bit.
There you go. Yep. So don't let anybody ask you to hang out at a pub after they close.
No, I'm out of there.
Yep, gone.
I'm gone. Yep. My days of pubs are over, so that's fine.
Pub days are gone?
Yeah.
There you go. Speaking of pub days, you went to Fayetteville last weekend and saw your son, and I'm sure there was a pub involved there.
There was. It was a lot more reserved than the guys' weekend. Thank God. Don't know that I wanted to handle another one of them, but it was really cool. We all got together at it was a little pub thing, but little restaurant thing, and we all kind of hung out for a while the first night, and then next day we got together for lunch at a Mexican place, but they reserved the whole building.
Mm-hmm.
So we were all able to just kind of hang out, and they had like a little buffet you could eat and talk, and it was a good time. They did a bunch of us went and did some bowling and just hung out and had a good time.
Cool. We better get on. It's time for the morning prayer, brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks. 870-508-1771 is their phone number. Greg Wood and the staff do a wonderful job with hospice care. If you don't know what hospice care is, give them a call. They'll be glad to explain it to you, what it means to you, your family, even your pets can be involved in that as well. Been serving Baxter and Marion County since 1979. Hospice of the Ozarks, 870-508-1771. And now the morning prayer. Lord, we just thank you for the day that you've given us, Lord. We just thank you for the nice weather that we've had, even though it's a bit breezy, Lord. We just thank you for that. It still beats the rain. Lord, we just pray for our troops as they're overseas fighting in conflicts. Lord, we pray for their families and loved ones that have been left behind. Lord, we know that they are on pins and needles knowing what's going on with their loved ones. Lord, we just pray that you'll comfort them, lead, guide, direct them, keep them safe as well. Lord, we just pray for our government, the federal, state, county, and local. Lord, we just pray that you'll be with each one of those leaders of those communities and of the country. Lord, we just pray that you'll give them guidance on what to do, when to do it, and where to do it at. Lord, we just pray for our students as they travel to and from school and to their extracurricular activities as well. It's all things we pray in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
The morning prayer brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks. 870-508-1771 is the number. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z-Team?
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for lake levels, dam reports, and all the weather updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora. The Z-Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. Go there, click on live views, and see what you can see today. Boy, now that's a picture perfect shot there, Scott.
That is a beautiful shot.
That'd be postcard material there.
Look how green everything
Chamber
is.
Commerce shot is what they call that.
There you go. Man, you don't get it that clear and just
pretty crisp.
Yeah.
Pretty crisp.
That's awesome.
And the wind's not blowing much according to them trees.
Not seeing a whole lot.
I bet it was sailing.
Oh, it's resetting. Just takes a second.
I bet it was sailing yesterday.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. What you're looking at is from Marion County, Arkansas, back into Baxter County, Arkansas. Way off to your right is Mountain Home and Gasville. Straight ahead is the state of Missouri with Scooter Knob. Over to your left would be the city of Bull Shoals and Bull Shoals Tower. If you could get around that tree and around that bend just a little bit further to the left, you could see Bull Shoals Tower, the beautiful white river.
Look at that.
That is pretty nice. That looks like a picture, not a live shot, but if you look close, you can see that water moving. Kind of swirling around. These shots are brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. You can go there, click on MLS listings, see what's available. If something there tickles your fancy, make sure you pick up the phone and give them a call. I'm going to read through some temperatures while Scooter lets that scroll through. Currently in Mountain Home, it's 45. Batesville, Harrison is 47, Batesville is 45, Yellville 45, Marshall 34 in Marshall, Salem is 43, 34 in Mountain View, 45 in Calico Rock, West Plains, Missouri is 43, Springfield, Missouri is 44, St. Louis, Missouri is 51, Poplar Bluff is 48. Take a look at the radar. On the national scene for the radar, Scooter, you know what this is right here?
It's rain.
It's a mess.
It's a mess, and it's away from us.
And it's not here.
Yes.
Yep, that was the two things. It's a mess, and it's not here. But if you look at Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, most of Missouri, Oklahoma, up into Kansas, Nebraska is all clear. Let's take a look, zoom that into local radar. Rogers to Blytheville, Fayetteville over to Jonesboro. What?
Completely clear.
Completely clear. Fort Smith over to Memphis, Conway, Little Rock, Hot Springs, Pine Bluff, Texarkana to Greenville, Mississippi. If you're traveling anywhere in Arkansas today, it should be clear and hopefully not real windy. Watches and warnings on the national scene, nothing for Arkansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, Tennessee, a little bit of something there. High wind warnings a little bit. some flood advisory there in Mississippi and Louisiana because they've had a heck of a lot of rain down there here lately. 7-day forecast. Sunny today, high of 70. Clear tonight, low of 47. Sunny tomorrow and clear, high of 82. Mostly clear Saturday night, low of 59. Sunday, sunny, high of 84. Mostly clear Sunday night, low of 60. Monday, partly cloudy, partly sunny, high of 83. Then a chance of rain Monday night, low of 63. And Tuesday, it's going to be high of 77 with a 60% chance of rain. Next week, 85 degrees on Wednesday and 80 degrees on Thursday. So it's looking pretty good weather coming
that time.
Lake levels and dam reports. Lake Norfolk, 553.71. They have 3 spillway gates open, releasing 830 cubic feet per second. No generation is happening there. Lake level 553.71, which is 1.71 above full pool of 552. You know, for not being able to generate, they've done a good job of keeping that lake pretty level.
Yeah.
Lake Bull Shoal, 657.92, which is 1.08 below full pool of 659. Currently generating 7 at Bull Shoals. There you go.
They got quite a few.
There you go. Lake levels, dam reports, and all the weather updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora. The Z Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 870-405-0793 is their number. RetiredArkansas.net is their website. These are realtors you can recommend to your friends. I say they're busy, but never too busy to help you. Give them a call, 870-405-0793. We'll be back in just a moment.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
For all things glass.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for community news and happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. Scooter?
Yes, sir.
Tractors?
And?
Tractors.
And?
Tractors.
They got a lot of them.
I went out there the other day. You said they were getting some more? I think they got some more.
Yeah, they have got a full inventory.
Got a bunch.
Every size known to man. They got the RTVs, the zero-turn mowers, the
lawn tractors, lawn mowers, lawn tractors,
attachments. They got a lot of hay equipment right now to get ready for the hay season.
Part sales service. They got it all.
You got it.
Twin Lakes Farm and Lawn. No, it's not Twin Lakes. It's in the old Twin Lakes Farm and Lawn building. It's Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals at Buford Road. 870-425-3434 is their phone number. Right there at Buford Road. You can't miss it. Let's see what we got here. I believe the next thing to come up, Scooter, is going to be the Second Amendment Legacy Foundation. It's a fundraising banquet. It'll be held at Baxter County Fairgrounds on Friday, the 19th of April at 5:30. There are no tables left. They've had to shut it off because they had an overwhelming response to the tables, which is
awesome.
Great for them.
That's awesome.
They're not even quite sure about single tickets. I will know for sure Monday if we can continue to promote this. We'll go ahead and promote the organization anyway. It's the Second Amendment Legacy Foundation. They are a 501c3. 100% of your donation is 100% tax deductible. 100% of the net profits will stay in and around Baxter County. And for more information on that, you can go to 2alegacyfoundation.org for more information about that. We've got Cast for Kids coming up on Saturday, the 27th of April. It's going to be from 9 to 1. Cast for Kids at McCabe Park. It's a fishing event for children with special needs. Pre-registration is required. We had them on Wednesday. They do have some open spots left, and they are looking for some volunteers as well.
Yes.
So please give them a call. Call Mr. Denver West, 870-632-9499. He'll be glad to fill you in on this. Sounds like a great organization. They're going to do some great things with these kids. Each one of them will come away with a fun pack. It's brought to you by Farmers Insurance. We'll be bringing the lunch, and they've got all kinds of local sponsors as well helping out with that. There's a junior bomber football camp will be happening on the 24th and 25th of April. It's for Mountain Home Public Schools grades 5, 6, and 7. Be held at the football field. It does not cost anything. Wear comfortable athletic clothing with cleats or tennis shoes. Bring a bottle of water. Contact one of your teachers if you're interested in it. They might be able to help you with some more information, or try to get a hold of Coach Steve Airy at sairy@mhbombers.com. T-shirts will be provided by the locker room. That'll be a good kickoff for that. We'll talk more about this one here. It is the Mallet Family Foundation Sports Camp. This is in honor of Coach Ryan Mallet, who lost his life last summer, but we'll have more information on that next week as things progress on.
All right.
There we go. That's Community News and Happenings, brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. 870-425-3434. Give them a call. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. I'll be back with Mr. Bob Zdora and This Week in Real Estate in just a moment.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Your senior health care specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life, while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
Hi, I'm Bob Zdora, the Z Team. I'd like to share something with you. Our team didn't need to reach everyone to be considered successful. We only needed the power of one. One person who was delighted with the way they were treated, helping them to reach their real estate goals. One person who told another person who told another, and so on. So if you're ready to buy or sell real estate, the Z Team would like to be your one. Give us a call. 870-405-0793, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the Morning Show on XL7-TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Mr. Bob Zdora. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Well, how was it for the eclipse sitting where you sit?
The eclipse was pretty cool up there.
Yeah.
It wasn't as dark as I thought it was going to be.
I
know they kind of talked about it being night, but it really wasn't, because you could see in the horizons, out in the distance, you could see the blue. But the sun was pretty cool, and the effect and the colors as they changed. In the sun, just as it went dark, and then when it first got light, you don't realize how little of a little sliver would make things so bright,
that's what
so
impressed
fast.
me the most.
I mean, it really, and it was an eerie kind of light. It was more like a white light than that warm sunlight that you usually get. It was just but it was good. It was very good. We enjoyed it.
So at the angle where your house is sitting on the hill, was it off to your right? Did it come straight at you?
It was up like over the top of the house, shining back down. 'Cause usually you don't see it up there. It was kind of a unique.
So I was coming from the front of
the
the house toward the river?
Right.
Okay.
I was hoping for more of a shadow type effect, but we didn't get that, because the sun is it's so bright that even just before it went under, it was still light enough. Jason's got there's a 12-second video that we've got on our website. We packed it. He compressed the whole thing.
retiredarkansas.net.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And I think Linda's got a 7-minute of the whole thing. And watching, you can see it. You can see it slowly change, but you can really see like the last few seconds before it gets dark is when you can see the difference. The lights popped on. The little garden lights and things like that. They all popped on, but it was good. It was good.
I was also amazed at how quick it cooled down all of a sudden. And so.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. Of course, I was at work and I stepped out for a couple times just to see, and then when it went to totality, I went ahead and went out and took a look at it. The difference to me was how the winds calmed down.
Yeah.
And the temperature dropped.
Yeah.
So quickly.
Yeah.
If the sun ever burns out, we're going to freeze to death.
Pretty quick. Pretty quick. Yep.
What really shocked me is they talk about how it affects animals, and it's cool to watch what the animals do. My dog never moved off the porch.
Yeah, there's a guy down the road before, as it was starting, like maybe about a quarter of the way to go, and the chickens were going off. The roosters,
My roosters
were going off.
I talked to Tina right beforehand.
Yeah.
And Tina said, as it's starting to get darker, the rooster's going nuts trying to get the hens into the hen house. Yeah. And when it went total dark, he's like, what the heck? And it wasn't but that quick, it started to get light again. So he just quit. I'm on strike. I'm done.
Yeah, that's it. I did my job.
But where I was, of course, I was in town here, and they had a band playing at some location and another one playing at another location. You could hear kind of like the battle of the bands because it was quiet. There were no cars on the road.
Yeah.
It was
because everybody was focusing on that.
They wanted to check that out. So you didn't have any traffic noise, and it was quiet. Of course, we had some people at the building next to us who were hooting and hollering and carrying on. But it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
People were depressed and people were excited all at the same time about not having the influx of people here. I was telling Scooter Wednesday that I feel people were here.
They were.
There was a good number of people here. They didn't come into the city of Mountain Home.
Right.
Why would you? I mean, if you've got a spot out on the lake or on the river and you can be wide open world.
You get a 30-foot camper. That's why you got the 30-foot camper, so you don't have to go and get things and do things. And that was kind of what happened.
The camping spots were full. I've seen pictures of Robinson Point and Panther Bay and Cranfield and all those.
Yeah, Bull Shoals, the whole thing were all full.
We had people here. They didn't come into town Monday. They came into town Monday evening. They came into town Tuesday for sure.
Yeah.
And then even yesterday, even Wednesday and yesterday, we still had a number of out-of-state plates here.
And I went for an oil change in Harrison, and on Tuesday. So when I went out there was a traffic coming out of Mountain Home, and then by the time I got done and I was coming back in, there was still a lot of traffic on 62, 412. 65 was a mess.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of people that were here, but they were quiet people. It wasn't others that we had projected. Yeah, and that was based on all the things that we talked about beforehand. That was based on other counties, other communities, and what they experienced in 17 and in the one before that earlier. So you got to kind of go with what they say. Look, this is what happened to us.
But it boils down to you're going to have people complain that it was too busy. You're going to have people complain that it wasn't busy enough.
Sure.
Focus on what the event was itself.
And it was great. It was successful. We had the best weather, I think, of anybody.
Right.
In the whole path. I mean, it worked out very well.
We had a good event, even though it was non-eventful.
That's what we wanted. We wanted a non-eventful event. Everything went well. John's jail wasn't full. There was no insanity going on anywhere.
Yep.
That's perfect.
Yep.
People just came, had a good time.
What did you see as far as in the real estate world? Influx for the real estate world. Did you see people come in and stop and say?
There was some people that were asking about questions and stuff, just natural curiosity. But like I said, a lot of them weren't in town, so they weren't by the office, but they were online and they were. We've had a number of inquiries. Linda's been talking with a lot of people. Our number of listings is popping up. People are calling and they want to get on the market. It's the spring psychology of, we'll come on the market in the spring. And you can see that in the numbers to some degree. But part of that, we're good. Part of that is home inspections. I've talked about them before. I talk about it periodically. people who say, well, I don't need a home inspection. The house looks fine. They're nice people. Blah, blah, blah. And then the new buyer comes because you're leaving to go to wherever it is you're going to go. And now they have a home inspector come in, and the kid gets up in the attic, the inspector, and says, I got to get a master electrician up here. Like, oh? So apparently when the house was wired, they didn't do a real good job. Never burned down, but they didn't do a very good job. So now when Linda asked them, didn't you get the home inspected when you bought? Oh, no, they were so nice, and we just wanted to. Okay, and this was a while ago. It's an older house to begin with, so you really want to be careful with them because there's a lot of the copper, and sometimes you'll see it exposed even, or just the wrapped, cloth wrapped wires, and so the whole house is going to get rewired. So you're leaving, and you're going to pay for the house to get rewired to get done. The importance of home inspections, and in pre-sale home inspections. I can walk through and I can point out things that I know are going to get called out because they get called out all the time. I'm not crawling around in a crawl space. I'm not up in the attic. I'm not an electrician. I'm not a plumber. But I know things that will get called out. And to get that done beforehand, to spend a couple $100 to have a before you come on the market, get it inspected then, so you know what's there. Whatever you're going to do with it is different, but you need to know what's there so that when you do get an offer on it and their home inspector comes through and starts to call things out, you're like, oh my God, I didn't know that. Because most people don't. Who crawls around in the crawl space? Who checks all the electrical outlets to make sure that they're properly wired so you don't blow out your big screen TV? Those are the kind of things that come up all the time. Mm-hmm. And so home inspection if you're buying, without a doubt, get the home inspected. But we've been encouraging people, and I read I actually do spend time investigating these things and trying to keep current. A lot of articles about getting the pre-home inspected, because the number of the deals that blow up, and they use the home inspection as the excuse. They say, well, there's so much going on in there. We're not going to deal with all of this, because they got cold feet. And they're looking for an out. Mm-hmm. And when we had Chris Nassar here, he said the biggest thing that blows up deals is home inspections. Well, the home inspections aren't that bad. There's no big deal breakers in there. Sometimes people will just get overwhelmed with the number of things, but they're little things, and they're little cosmetic things, and they're little handyman things. Things that are handyman things are nothing. It's a couple $100, you get the stuff fixed, and you move on. It's just, a lot of times it's deferred maintenance that the home inspectors call out, and that's what you want to know. You want to know what it is you're getting into as a buyer. You want to know what kind of shape the house is in. But they're not all, the sky is falling. The sky is falling. You want to have a good general knowledge. You got to take in mind, okay, this is a 30-year-old house. There's going to be some things. There's going to be some settlement cracks. They're just no getting, especially here. Mm-hmm. There's the way the earth moves here. We get drought one year and monsoons the next year. Well, that ground is heaving and moving and things like that. So they're there to point those things out to you, make you aware of it, to let you know that there's 10 years left on the shingles. There's 5 years left on the shingles. Okay, fine. So start to save some money, put a little bit aside over the next couple of years so that when that roof does go out, you're ready for it. And that's very, very important for people. We had a guy, 7-year, the guy says, yeah, you got 7 and 10 years left on the house. Oh, I want a new roof. Yeah, no, you're not getting a new roof. They're fine. It's functional. It's, he's giving you this information so that you're aware of it and you can be prepared. Same thing with older hot water heaters. They work great. Especially some of the older ones work better than a lot of the new ones. And it's still pumping out that hot water. The tank is clean. It's ready to go. It's still going. Again, put some money aside. Be ready for that when it happens. It's going to happen, but it's going to happen to all of them. I mean, there's no...
Changing one this weekend myself.
There you go. Appliances, and making sure that, if it's an older electric stove and one of the burners doesn't work, okay, fine. We'll get that fixed. Electrical things, things that are double taps are a big call out for them. Well, the electrician will take the wires for the doorbell, and he'll put it on with another one. It's putting it on its own circuits. They'll just kind of, it's not that big of a deal, but it's something that they can call out. So when we bought our house, the first house we bought, we had the guy come out, and I didn't know who he was from Adam, just name in the phone book. Call him up. The guy calls me back. We're back up in Chicago. He goes, I don't know how to tell you this. I'm like, oh, nuts. He says, I can't find anything wrong with that house. I'm like, and that's a problem because well, I feel he says, I got to the point where I was checking the screws on the outlet covers, and even all of them, every one of them was lined up right. He says, this guy is so OCD that, but he couldn't find anything wrong with the house. I said, that's a good thing to hear, right? Well, I know, but I know people, and that's what happens. They feel that they're not doing their job if they don't find something.
Right.
So a lot of times stuff that gets called out isn't, it's like, okay, I got to find something, so we'll call this out. But again, the importance of home inspections cannot be overstated, especially for buyers. I mean, if you come to anybody who's ever come to us and said, we don't need a home inspection, I made him sign it. We did up a little form saying, Bob told me to get a home inspection, but I'm a lot smarter than Bob and I don't need one. And that goes in the file. So that 3 years from now, something happens, they go, oh, we didn't know. Yeah, Bob told you to get the home inspection.
There you go. Take a look at some numbers.
Yes, sir. This week in real estate. That one. There we go. There were 73 new listings come on the market.
That's a lot.
It is a lot, and it's up. That's like I say, that's what we're seeing. But there were 11 commercial properties come up. 11 businesses that are available now. We talk about people coming here and starting a new life and being able to do stuff. There's a lot of properties in a variety of sizes and locations that I always wanted to. This is your chance. 11 commercial properties, 21 parcels of land, 41 homes came on the market, so that is a lot. They range in price from $52,000 to $895,000. There were 25 sales, 2 commercial properties, 8 parcels of land, 17 homes sold. Those homes ranged in a price from $76,000 to $675,000. Average sale price this week was $285,000 with 102 days on market. 9 properties expired. There were 23 residential price changes, and we're seeing that we're a little more realistic with some of the prices. There's 45 residential pendings waiting to close. Currently, there's 316 homes listed on the MLS that you could walk in and buy. Year to date, for 2024, there's been 213 homes have sold. The average sale price this year is $236,000 with 89 days on market. For 2023, there had been 235 homes that sold with an average sale price of $218 with 93 days on market. In 2022, there had been 304 sales with an average sale price of $222. 21, there had been 275 homes, average sale price of $185. So it really gives you an idea of how things have blown up. In 2020, the first year of COVID, there had been 246 sales with an average sale price of $156. In 19, last year before COVID, there had been 225 sales with an average sale price of $147. So you can see how the market has changed here. People want to come here. We've bought all the homes that were vacant, all the homes that were even thinking about being repoed and stuff. All of that is off the market. I mean, there's nothing to show people when it comes to vacant homes. There's like nothing. We're helping people listing appointments we've been on, I got so much stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do. And we can help with all of that. We've done this numerous times. We've helped people with big projects, barns full of stuff, all the way to just thinking you got too many knickknacks and stuff. People, oh, my house is so messy, and you go in there, it's like walking into the White House. It's gorgeous. So we can help you with all of that. You want to give my honey a call. She's at 870-405-0793. The website's retiredtoarkansas.net. The whole MLS is on there, and you can look and see homes in your area, get some ideas, but we'll be happy to come out and walk you through what you've got to do and help you get across the finish line and get you moved on to the next home and get you the right home for the right time of your life.
There you go. That's been This Week in Real Estate with Mr. Bob Zdora. 870-405-0793 is the number. retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. We'll be back with Friday Sports in just a moment.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the Mountain Home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. This is not Mr. Bob Zdora from Century 21 LeMac Realty. This is Coach Mitch Huskey, Athletic Director of Mountain Home Public Schools. How are you, sir?
Doing good.
There we got to get Scooter to wake him up a little bit. You know, I come in here to tell these excellent jokes every Friday. Yeah. And he, just to get his blood going, it ain't working. And now he's just going to sit there and be quiet. How's Mitch?
Doing good. Doing real good.
All kinds of seasons going on right now.
Yeah, this has been pretty quiet week. Everything we had this week's been on the road. Compared to the last couple weeks, it seemed like every night something was at home, which is good. Mm-hmm. But I've kind of enjoyed this week, kind of chilling out a little bit. And we spent the beginning of the week kind of moving some events around due to weather. Mm-hmm. That was moved all Tuesday stuff, and then come find out we could have played Tuesday. But that's how spring weather goes. So
you never know about spring sports because they're going to get moved around. Undoubtedly, they'll get moved around some. Spring sports we've got going on right now is boys and girls soccer.
Yes. Matter of fact, they play a conference game tonight. They're at Siloam Springs. Of course, softball and baseball played last night. They went to Russellville. That was a rescheduled game. And track, they competed yesterday as well.
They went to West Plains.
I haven't seen the results to that yet. But so, yeah, we've got them going everywhere.
However, we do know that earlier in the week that the boys soccer team was not successful in their competition, but the girls were, which is good. The boys JV team went to Harrison yesterday to play Harrison, and they won there. The baseball team went to Russellville, was not successful in either game of their doubleheader, but the Lady Bombers did sweep Russellville Lady Cyclones yesterday.
Yeah, and to go back to that boys soccer match at Van Buren, Van Buren's one of the, and has been for a number of years, one of the top teams in the state. And, we go there, I'm watching it, we're up 1-0. And so even though we end up getting beat 2-1, they scored 2 goals late in the second half. Very proud of that team. I talked to Coach Kreiner, and excuse me, they played really well.
Will it boil down in soccer? How does that work? Take the top 4 in each conference to play in the state tournament?
Yes, the only sport that we have that takes more than 4 is football. Every other sport, you're taking 4, and it's it changed a couple years ago. They started letting games in ties, not doing PKs. I have my own opinion on that. I'm not real big on ties, but you get so many points for a win, you get so many points for a tie, and then at the end they add those points up, and top 4 will go.
Currently, Mountain Home from the boys' side is sitting in 4th place in the conference with a conference record of 2-3-2, 11-5-3 overall. I don't understand how the point system works, so we'll just leave it at that.
I think it's 3 points for a win, 1 point for a tie.
I think it's 2 points for a win, 1 point for a tie, and no points for a loss.
Okay.
I believe. The baseball team traveled over to Russellville. They're kind of in a slump right now.
Well, I watched it last night, and, we're not swinging the bats great right now. The first game, it's 0-0, I believe, in the 5th or 6th inning. My wife and I, we go eat. Halfway through dinner, I turn it on, and kind of like the wheels that fell off. But baseball is a weird game, and to me, baseball and softball is 2 of the tougher sports in high school. Everybody knows when you play those 2, especially when you're swinging the bat, there's a time where you don't swing it well. Just to give you an example, when I'm in college, or you look at NBA or the major leagues, those guys have hundreds of at-bats. Mm-hmm. You have hundreds of bats in even in college. You might go through a 2-week gap where you just don't swing it well. And in high school, that gets highlighted just because the season's so short. Mm-hmm. And so it's a little bit difficult, and even in high school, you're going to press a little bit more than what you do in college and on, just because of the number of games. And so all we got to do, we just start getting a hit here and there, and a lot of times it's just getting timely hits. I mean, you don't have to have 10-plus hits a game, but if you get a couple timely hits, there's you a few runs, and they'll be okay. They'll get it going.
Currently, right now, in the conference for the baseball team is Greenwood, Greenbrier, Russellville, Van Buren, and then Mountain Home comes in at 5. The season's about two-thirds of the way over. There's still some conference games to play, so there's still time to turn that around and get into the state tournament as well. On the softball side, like I said, Lady Bombers won their first game last night 8-5 against the Lady Cyclones, and then turned around and won the second game, which was a lot tighter. It was tied at the top of the 7th, 10-10.
Right, and I think there was something like 5 lead changes in that game. Mm-hmm. Kurt Drury was kind of keeping me updated during that one, and that last inning, I think we exploded for 6, and but then you go back to the baseball where you put that 1 through 5. Well, we still have Greenwood and we still have Greenbrier, mm-hmm. and so that's good.
They don't play each other till the last game of the season,
right? And whenever you got 2 of the teams that you're fighting to get in with, that's good. And it's not like you're playing games that really is not going to matter. It's teams you're trying to put out,
right?
And so that's a good thing for them. And on the girls, you don't want to sit here and think we've made it into the state tournament. you're fighting for the highest seed you could get.
Currently, right now, it's Greenwood, Greenbrier, Mountain Home, then Van Buren for the top four. Mountain Home is Greenwood and Greenbrier both are sitting at 8-0, and Mountain Home is sitting at 7-1. So they're sitting pretty good, but like you say, you want to get the highest seed that you can get.
You can. I mean, the higher seed you get, the lower seed that you're going to play first round of the tournament. And softball's a little bit different because, you know, it's just like Little Miss King's been throwing doubleheaders all year. And so it don't really matter on the pitching because you're going to see the same pitcher. But higher seed, you could be the better off for you.
The schedule has the softball team going to Paragould today. Is that still happening?
Yes. And the only negative thing about moving Tuesday game to last night was their back-to-back road. Those girls probably didn't get home till 1:30, 2 o'clock, and they're going to be heading for another 2.5-hour drive today.
And the bright side of that is next Tuesday they'll be at home playing Greenwood.
Yes, and on both sides, boys and girls, that should be very competitive. Well, we hope it's competitive, but that's two big games for both sides. Softball, if girls could get a split or even a sweep, now we're starting to talk about conference championship. Mm-hmm. And so big games for them. And then like we talked about earlier, the boys, that's two big games for them just to get them moving in the right direction, get into the state tournament.
And on the lucky side of that is they are at home.
Absolutely. And
we always seem to play better at home.
100% our boys have played better at home. And, you know, last game I watched was the Batesville game. Batesville is very talented. It seemed like it was about a 5-hour game. They ended up clipping us at the end, but I think we ended up getting beaten 10. But our boys swing the bats better at home, so I'm excited to see what they do.
There you go. It's time for a quick break. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Experience the best in Mexican dining. Letty's in Gassville. Voted numerous times as the best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Come out for delicious breakfast served all day. Or enjoy an authentic Mexican lunch or dinner. $1.49 tacos on Thursday. 10% discount for seniors every day. No time? Call Letty's and have your to-go order waiting for you. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties, weddings, holidays, or big events. The best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Letty's in Gassville.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello?
Welcome back to the Morning Show on XL7-TV. It's Friday Sports. Coach Mitch Huskey is with us this morning. He's the athletic director of Mountain Home Public Schools. This is a big weekend for sports. You have the fundraiser golf tournament going on at Big Creek.
Yes, and that's been a huge fundraiser for, you know, the Bombers. And this fundraiser, like a lot that we do, is one that, you know, benefits every kid, student, athlete that we have, all sports. This kind of goes into the Booster Club account, which, you know, kids that can't, you know, struggling financially or whatever, we could buy them a pair of shoes. We could get them some food if they need extra food, any of that kind of stuff. And that's the great thing about Booster Club. And you know, we're allowed 30 teams, and it's been full for 2 weeks.
Wow.
And so very appreciative of the people to come and participate this and support our student athletes.
Where will it be played at?
We're playing at Big Creek, and again, that whenever you do this, you have to have support from a lot. Bailey Botenhammer, our Boost Club presidents, put a lot of work into this, along with our sponsors. We couldn't have this tournament without Clay Maxey. He's been a great He supported all of our programs, just like every community or company and business in this town. That's why I love being here. And then we have, Baxter Healthcare has helped us a lot, along with Brad Coleman, and I'm sure McLean Farm. I mean, it's just, I could sit here and name hundreds that's making this thing possible.
Will the student athletes, the golf players particularly, will they be there helping out with this?
We do have a few of them, actually a few of them. Speak of Brad Coleman, I was looking at teams yesterday. He's recruited two of them to play with him. So he's cheating to start off. And we have a couple of them will be working the putting contest. And then we have student athletes. And some not student athletes. We have some NHS students that's going to help us on a couple holes where we're having contests. So, it's going to be student athletes and just, some kids from our school helping to make this thing possible.
A good community event for sure.
Absolutely.
When you looked at the teams, do you see anybody coming from out of town to play?
A few, but mainly these are locals. Every year you have one or two. But and that's why it fills up so quick. It's just our local community. They jump in really quick, and like I said, when I say 2 weeks, it's might have been 3 weeks since this thing. Now you always have that one the week before, kind of see how the weather's going to be. But the weather Saturday's going to be beautiful, so
gonna be a great day for that.
An awesome day.
We started talking about what sports are going on. We can't pass up on track. We don't know the results of the Zizzer track meet from yesterday, but you mentioned off camera that we're hosting bomber relays.
We are hosting the junior high conference. It's NEA conference. It's us, Marion, both Jonesboro schools and both West Memphis schools.
So this is a conference.
This is a conference meet.
Okay.
Yes, they're going to come here Monday. It's when we start. We actually start the meet before school's over. We'll start at 1 o'clock. With these being junior high kids, it gets them home at a decent hour. So we think it should run 1 to 7:30. But we're excited to be hosting it, and so our kids don't have to travel, number one, and they can perform in front of our home community.
Have we had many track meets here this year?
We've had a few. It seems like every time we're supposed to host one, weather hits that day. And we could always, run in a little bit of weather, but it's always been thunderstorms. We lost a 7th grade track meet. The next one, our junior high track meet that we hosted, the weather held off. We will still have our high school bomber relays coming up. And then I'm sitting here, I can't even remember. I think it's Russellville where high school, our conference track meet's going to be. But all this stuff, it seems like spring sports just started, but we got a few weeks left. And then, we'll be going into state tournament play.
We're a month away from graduation.
Yeah, I'm trying not to think about that.
You thought senior night was bad? Wait till graduation hits.
Yeah, I didn't know how that senior night was going to be, but my goodness, yeah. Matter of fact, I have 2 graduations. I got my oldest graduating from college May 4th or 5th, and then my youngest will be graduating from high school. So, getting old.
Yeah, okay. I got a grandson going into 8th grade next year.
Well, I was talking about you're a lot older than me, so I'm.
Well, thanks, Coach. Thanks a lot. Where will the state baseball and softball tournaments be played?
State softball and baseball is going to be held at Harrison, which is fantastic.
Going to be close.
I don't like them getting any revenue or anything good happening at Harrison, but it's good for our community and our kids, our parents. They're not going to have to spend hotel money. You're going to have, drive an hour, watch your kids compete, and be able to come home, stay in your own bed, and go back over. And that's why I was sitting here thinking, with track, I just looked at it. I think state is held in Russellville and conference is in Alma for track. So that's the.
What about soccer?
Soccer, if you want to, I'm drawing a blank. For some reason, I'm thinking Hot Springs, but I might be dead wrong on that. I usually map it out to see which ones I could get to, and if I get to multiple in a day. But yeah, don't hold me to that Hot Springs. Drew a blank on soccer right now.
Is the format for these spring sports like it is in basketball? You play everything except for the finals will be played at Harrison for baseball.
Correct. Yes, and every sport except for football. First round we match up with the South. That was the same with volleyball, basketball, baseball, and softball will be the same. Where we finish 1 through 4, we'll match up with a 1 through 4 with the South first round.
And then where will that final game, the championship games, be played?
The baseball and softball, I want to say that's usually UCA, or that's where it has been the past so many years. I wish we could get that, at Baum. But, they're Razorbacks are playing their season, and you never know year to year. But UCA has always been great. UCA is the one that lets us, when I say us, talking about the state, host our all-star games. And, just speaking of all-star game, we just got informed yesterday that Braden Dewey made the all-star game for basketball.
Oh, wow.
So that's a great honor for him. Braden's one of the best players that we've had come through here. But I can tell you 100% he's one of the best kids we've ever had come through here. He's an awesome individual.
What's going on after graduation? Are we going to have a Bomber Fest this year?
We are going to have a Bomber Fest. We've had a lot of trouble scheduling that in the past few years, just with how our school calendar moves around and the AAA calendar moves around. This year it hits perfect. We're going to be starting school on August 19th. We're going to be playing a benefit game on August 20th, that Tuesday. We're going to be playing CAC. We just got that a couple weeks ago. We've been working for 3 months to find a benefit game and finally found one. I actually wanted that game on the road, but it's going to be at home because they want to play on turf. And then that Friday, so what would that be? The 19th? No. 19th, 20th, 23rd, 24th, whatever that Friday is when Bomber Fest is going to be.
Will it be inter-squad scrimmage?
They will, we will try to, for sure, introduce our junior high teams, depending, I'm sure, on, what kind of scrimmage they have on Tuesday. At the bare minimum, he'll do a practice and probably do some controlled scrimmage. But again, it depends on what goes on Tuesday, on what Coach Sherry will be doing.
And, we're already talking about football, but at the same time, golf will be going on. Tennis will be going on.
Yes.
Cross country as well.
Yes. Well, tennis, that's another one. We've always been at what was formerly the Racket Club, is now the Legacy. And I don't know if you've driven by there, but my goodness.
Looks pretty nice.
Yes. And so Chris Nassari and has been out of his way to help us. So I'm excited for what our kids are going to be able to play at. And, we've always just been thankful to have a home to be able to play. But they've taken it to another level.
Now you got one you can be proud of.
Well, we were proud of that. I mean, just because just to have a place. I mean, but now, he walked us through there, myself and Skylar King, and it's unbelievable what they're doing.
Coach, we appreciate you taking the time to join us on a Friday morning. Best of luck to all the teams involved in sports going on right now, and we'll see you in a week or two.
All right, thanks for having me.
Been watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll see you Monday.